Hey, what's going on? It's 3:30 in the morning. Shouldn't someone be in bed asleep? Oh no, it's flea market day.
There's an old curiosity shop. Every once in a while I go by there for the fond recollections that lie there in that old curiosity shop.
And I had a nice little surprise. I stopped at Wawa to get a coffee, and I ran into a junking buddy of mine who's also headed to this flea market. By the way, Wawa is for those of you listening in anywhere outside of New Jersey, Pennsylvania, and Delaware, Wawa is let's see, it's not a nickname for my grandmother. It's because down south, don't you call your grandmothers like Meemaw and stuff like that? Wawa is come on, spit it out. Not a department store. It's a convenience store, where you get coffee and cash out of the, there's no charge on the ATM. Okay, my brain is not quite functioning as quickly as it should just yet. So I'm coming up on the flea market. I hope you'll stay tuned. I'm going to try to film a little bit. It's awkward for me to film in public. I move so fast and I'm always talking, and it's like just doesn't always work out for me to film in public, but I am going to try. I'm really, 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 really going to try to do that. And can I turn right on red? Let's do it. Do it! All right, we're in. Okay, everybody, it's Scott from the Old Curiosity.
But this particular flea market, folks tend to get here a little bit later. So they're going to start getting here soon and unpacking. But it sure does pay to get here at 6 o'clock in the morning or 5:30 in the morning when they're unpacking, because look what I snagged for $10. This is an original 1927 WLS Chicago Sears and Roebuck Silvertone cone speaker for a radio, and it's in a metal case. That's the original paint, the original grill cloth, and it is fantastic to find these in original condition, where they haven't been repainted. And this is when radios were made in the 20s, they didn't have internal speakers. You would buy the radio cabinet and then you would buy a separate speaker. And this is right after the transition from the big horns to the cone speakers inside of metal cabinets, such as this one. So I'll show you this later, hook it up to one of my antique radios and get it working when we get it on the kitchen counter. But I wanted to show you in the sunlight. Isn't that cool? Oh, the sun.
I looked at these last week.
Oh,
and they were perfect.
Oh no, you set something like that out in the sun all day. And
Yeah,
you might as
I
well...
mean, no, they're ruined.
Yeah,
And it's a full set of the
Oh, that's too
limited
bad.
edition. You know?
It's the same thing with like old records. People don't
dude.
realize you
Well,
can't leave them
You
out in the
can't.
sun.
When I do a show and I got a box of records,
Uh-huh.
it's the one thing I know. I can't leave it in the car.
Yeah, absolutely.
Because 2 hours
the
of the heat can kill
I know
every
it.
one of them.
Trust me, I know. I know it.
It's a pain in the butt to pack so a lot. You gotta
It
take
does,
this in.
and it breaks your heart.
This is what it is. That show stuff more expensive.
Shopping at the flea market. Oh. 1930s. You guys know what that is. And in case you don't, it's a Hazel Atlas Gay Rainbow pitcher. I have to ask him what he wants for that. I'll give him $1.
Well, if you're at home, we'll be practicing that up.
Oh, it so saddens me when I see an old radio that's been gutted. And that's a very difficult to find piece of grill cloth, but unfortunately it is destroyed. You can see that that grill cloth has a really fancy scenic pattern in it.
A star fell out of heaven, right into my dream. And since that very moment, life is so divine. I never heard a star speak before.
Yeah, poor old console. It happens. Ooh.
What you asking for? Huh? 100? Somebody come by. Somebody come by and tell you what it is. How you doing?
Map of the U.S. showing Texas.
Huh? They done too.
All right, everybody in Texas. There you go.
He's trying to, he said by next April he wants to make it every other week. That auction.
So what the stuff they bringing there ain't no good or what?
Hotel Dixie.
First over I took it. Well, winter time's bad because I ain't making no money nowhere. I'm gonna take $180 just last this week. I to come on and do 2-3 down. Huh? I used to go up and do some shit I want.
From that guy, right? Yeah. With all the jackets and
Okay, this is what makes it worth getting up at 4 o'clock in the morning. Fantastic to find a set, a matching set. Now these all date from the 1920s. They're electric wall sconces. Now this one needs to be resoldered here, which I'm going to be able to fix that. So here's a matching pair of doubles. These could go in a hallway, these could go on either side of a fireplace. And then 2 singles. So these turn up individually, but of course when you can get a set, and this is a wonderful 4 matching set, they haven't been painted, it's the original patina, they're totally restorable. I paid $20, this is easily $100 worth right here, easily. Probably $150. Now these are missing their paper candle sleeves. Okay, I'm going to be able to find replacements, but it's nice that all 4 of these paper sleeves, that one's upside down, are all matching. So I hope you can get a good look at these. We're talking about electric fixtures here that are coming up on 100 years old. Really great find at 20 bucks. Okay, there's more bargains. Let's get back to it. Okay, that's going to do it for $5. I bundled all 3 of these together, and I did get the Hazel Atlas Gay Rainbow late 1940s milk pitcher. You've seen me sell these before. I just bought one of these the other day, but I bought another one, and I like this one better because it's a complete black and orange box. And it does have the heels inside. So I'm going to keep this box and display it at Halloween, and the other one that I have at home, which is not totally black and orange, I'll probably sell that. This, I don't know what it is, but I like it. Let me zoom in on it. You can see it says something about Boyce motor meter. I have not had a chance to look it up yet. It's clearly 1920s, and I don't know what kind of a motor this came off of, but I see it says Model L. And there's a really neat indicator there. We can see cold, driving, range, and then steam. Somebody's gonna know what it is, and I'm gonna have a good time researching it, cleaning it up. So $5 for those, and $20 for the light fixtures you saw, for a total of 25 bucks spent today. This sells for, $8 to $12. Okay, this I'm gonna keep. This is going to sell for something, but I can't quite say. And then of course the light fixtures that you saw, that's at least 100 bucks there. So I'm happy with my purchases. Okay, that's it for the flea market. I may hit some thrift shops, but hey, if I do, you're coming along with me, so don't tune out until the cat meows. Okay, see you in a bit. I don't know about you, but when I got up this morning, I said to myself, you know, I could really use a planter in the form of a frog playing an accordion. And guess what? I went to the flea market and I was not disappointed. Is that adorable or what? Made in Japan, of course. Lusterware here. 1930s. $1.
Okay, so we're leaving the flea market. My buddy is in the, well, I'm actually waiting for him right now. I found some stuff. I spent about $55. I bought some vintage Halloween that I'm keeping, and I bought some other items that I'm going to sell. So we're off to get some breakfast, and then I'll probably pull over in the parking lot somewhere and do a, let's see, tailgate, although I don't have a tailgate in this Honda, a quote-unquote tailgate thrift haul for you. Okay, and we're not done shopping, so stay with me and you'll see what I come up with. All right, let's go. Wouldn't I like to have my cup of coffee in some restaurant wear while sitting on that? Oops. I love it. Oh no. No, 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 no. Not even if you throw the ottoman in for free. Not me. Hey, to each his own, right? I mean, there's no accounting for taste. Well, I'm not sure what's going on, but I am creeping along the Ben Franklin Bridge. There's probably a disturbance or some lane closures up here as soon as you get into Philly. Anyway, we had success at the flea market this morning. I found some stuff. Spent about $50, just shy of that. And I found some vintage Halloween, which I'm going to be excited to show you, but I'm already going to tell you I'm keeping it, all right? Because it's hard to find vintage Halloween. But some die cuts. They're in rough shape, but I'm going to be able to restore them, and so I'll show you those. I got a blow mold, some other pieces of Art Deco, a really cool clock, and some things that are going to be for sale in the old Curiosity shop. I decided it was just too hot to stand out there and show you what I got. So I brought the things inside, and I'm going to start showing you some of the things that I purchased at the flea market today. They're not in the best of shape, but they are restorable, and I'm keeping these. Now this is the before, and then after I get them restored, I'm going to show you the after. So the great big howling cat, which is wonderful. What I like about it is people didn't rip tape off of the front and then remove the actual front. Okay, so that's, except in just a few tiny little spots. That makes it restorable to me. And I guess I'll try to get you to see that he is embossed. All his fur and everything. And his neck is weak, but I'm going to do something about that. Isn't he great? But no, he's not. Oh, those are 3 pairs of short pants that need buttons sewn back on them. So that's okay. You always get to see everything looking so beautifully, and now you see, you know, the place is sometimes a mess. There's a radio chassis that I'm working on. So anyway, you didn't need to know all that. I didn't want you to think that there was dirty laundry in the backdrop. So this one I'm really excited about. I'll let you see what somebody did. Now, you see it lying there on the floor, but look what somebody did. Somebody cut the cat off. But as I was digging through the box, I found this, and then finally the top of the moon. And they did a really good job butchering this up. The cut is very, very straight here, so I'm going to be able to get that back easily, and this will fit back in. The only thing missing is the very tip of the moon, and this is all embossed as well. But these are not marked Beistel or any other particular company, and I didn't do any research on them. I love this. Okay, so this is the before. Just wait, and you will eventually see the after. Oh, by the way, what did I pay? I paid $5 each. Yeah, I know, but I'm keeping them.
I'm going to be able to get them in the condition that I can use them. And it's really hard for me to find vintage Halloween that doesn't cost a fortune. So I was perfectly fine with $5 each in this condition because I know I'm going to be able to get these looking really, really smart. Okay, you saw the before, and now here is the after. I'm really happy with the way these turned out. Here's the cat and the moon, and you can see it's all back together again. I did leave that one little piece of Scotch tape on the top because I think that I would have messed it up if I tried to peel that off. But I think you can see where I was able to glue everything back together again. And you can just, you know, if you get up close, of course, you can see where it was cut. But for the most part, I think it looks really well. What I did was put the pieces down on top of a much larger sheet of cardboard. I traced it, cut out a facsimile. I used this as a template and cut out a cardboard backing, which is glued to the back of this. Now I know, I mean, I did glue new cardboard to the back of this, but I'm not selling it. I want to be able to safely use it and preserve it so that it doesn't fall apart anymore or become wrinkled. And I used rubber cement, so it's reversible, and it's going to do just fine. So now it's nice and stiff, and I'm really happy with the way that this turned out, because I, for one, just cannot and am not going to pay, you know, $80, $50 for one of these online. So I love this guy, and look at the cat. The cat he's 24 inches tall. He's huge. And you can really see he's embossed. A lot of detail. You know, neither one of these are marked. It doesn't say which company made them. And I'm not an expert, so I didn't really do any research to see who made these. But it's appropriate that right now we're having thunder and lightning here in Philly, and I'm showing you my Halloween decorations in August. But you can see his neck was bent, but I was able to stabilize it. Now the cat looks so much better. You remember earlier you saw white splotches all over it. What did I do? Did I attack it with a magic marker? I did not. Because what I find on these is to take shoe polish, and I took black shoe polish and just buffed over the cardboard, and it filled in those spots where it had been rubbed off. You can't even tell really that I've done anything hardly to it to restore it. It just really looks good, but you've got to buff it really well to get the wax to come up to a nice shine, and I think it looks fantastic. I really do. I don't know how well it's showing up. It's really not showing up very well in here, but anyway, you'll get to see these at Halloween. So that's the big black cat. And as tall as he is, wow, what a find. And I paid, I paid $5 each for these. So I couldn't be happier with my vintage Halloween. Oh, and there's more, hold on. I purchased a blow mold for $12. There are dancing skeletons, a black cat who looks mad, and a jack-o'-lantern on the top. And I think this one is not branded at all. It does not say Empire. I don't know who made it, but I'm keeping this guy. He's not rare. He sells for maybe about $20 online. So I'm going to keep him. And what else? Oh, I know. Hold on. So now I know the lighting isn't very good here, but I also purchased both of these very inexpensively just to decorate with in the autumn season. This is a piece of Stengel pottery in a really pretty pumpkin color, marked Stengel on the bottom, and this probably dates to the late 50s to early 60s. And then this pitcher here, water pitcher, or it probably was used on a washstand with a bowl. This is unmarked, but it's probably American and probably dates to about 1900, 1910. But it has really nice autumn colors, and I think they'll be pretty to decorate with in the autumn season. Don't you think? Sorry that the lighting is so dim, but I wanted to just go ahead and show you.
right.
Here it is in the original, in the original location. What is it called? What year?
64.
1964. One owner.
Right, the original owner.
The
No
original
chips.
owner.
Never been washed.
Yeah. Let's back up and get it good. Okay. There it is in its natural habitat.